What's up, guys? It's your girl Serina Renee, and today on Questions That Need Answers, we are talking canceled culture. So, is it accountability or is it just toxic? If you are joining us for the first time, Tay and I created this space to have candid conversations about our everyday experiences. If you would like to join us when our live start, you can find us either on Instagram, over on Designs of Composure or Tavia Sanderson. You can find us on Facebook at Tay Arena Live, and you can also find us on YouTube at QTNA. If you are rejoining us as a returning viewer, we want to say thank you for coming back each and every week to show us love and support. My homegirl Tay gonna be joining us real soon, and oh, boom, okay, there it is. I was trying to figure out how to stop sharing the picture. Hey guys, hey Miss Shelly Las Vegas, how you doing, sis? All right, Tay, you can join us at any moment now. Hey Facebook, how you guys doing? Thank you over there for coming back every week to join our conversation. Hey, Black a Tree
I'm sorry.
Lion to the Chinaman, a
Instagram.
Chinaman out there, no blood clot team. What's up? Hey boo, where you at on
I
Instagram?
was. It was. It said it was loading, but then it didn't. I'm
Oh,
not
hold
sure.
on, here we go. Let's see. Let's see if it brings you in. Y'all know it wouldn't be alive with Tay and Rena if we didn't have some type of technical difficulties. Okay. All right, I'm gonna try to send you a request again. I don't know. I sent you a request. Check your thing. See if it works now. I
I
don't know
pushed
why
request
when
because I requested.
listen, okay, Damien, you know I've been saying your name wrong for the longest, okay? This is probably the first time that we've been friends that I've actually said your name correctly. Cause I swear I thought it said like black or something. I don't know, something Jamaican. But I got it right
Oh
today.
Lord, not something Jamaican.
Thank you. Thank you, Mama. His name is Blacka Tree Lion. Okay? Young
Look,
lion out here. But for some reason, I thought it said black. Tavia, why are you still not on Instagram?
it's not me.
It's not you.
It's not
Okay.
me. Every time
She
I
says
send,
it's not her, y'all.
the request, it says
Let's see. Sorry,
ev-
guys, on Instagram. Give us just a few minutes. We getting our lives together. It's a little ghetto over here.
every time I send my request, it says request not sent. So
That's
I'm
weird.
on the phone and I'm just gonna go
It's
into
weird because it's popped up before, but it's right now it just says request, but I'll see it pop up and it disappears when I click on it. You sent me another one?
I'm updating it. So
Updating Instagram? No, you did not.
I just it's halfway. The circle's halfway there, y'all.
Listen, y'all.
Go ahead and turn.
My co-host. Okay, while we're waiting for her to join us, guys. Today we are talking cancel culture. Okay, so basically, how this came up, I was actually hanging out with one of my other guests that became friend, that became family. Sherelle, shout out to Sherelle, Lux Glam. Okay, make sure y'all go check her out. She has a boutique. Anywho, we were talking and I was trying to come up with ideas for our live, and something came across Instagram. Something happened with somebody getting canceled, and I'm like, Jesus Christ, like it's nowadays it seems like nobody can have their own opinion about anything or somebody's going to get offended. And at this point it's like, well, what happened to freedom of speech? Like, what happened to freedom of speech? What happened to people having their own opinions and their own thoughts and us agreeing to disagree and still being okay afterwards? So, since this is something that's become like super popular, this cancer culture term that's been like floating around, I figured it'd be a great topic to talk about because what the hell actually makes you like, okay, what are the grounds of being canceled? Like, and if you guys are joining right now, if you feel free to drop your definition of canceled into the comments. But I really want to know, like, what are the grounds that of being canceled? It's like nobody can make a mistake anymore. Tavia, you still struggling over there?
Look, I done I done turned off the phone. I restarted it. I updated.
The phone? Okay.
So
Y'all, she done turned the phone off, started it on. I'm so sorry about that. But we want to hear from you. So, Miss Shelley, Las Vegas. Oh, what'd you say?
I was gonna say, do a request for me.
What did that say?
I'm on your live. Do a request for me again. Maybe it'll come.
Okay. I'm gonna send you a request. Let's see how this thing go.
It's so hot.
You know, we were so ready. We were so ready, and technology never fails. It always does something to throw us off of our game, but we got this. Okay, let me turn my sound down. Hey, sis.
Hi guys. Hi, Rena on Happy on Instagram. I'm finally here. I take no blame, no responsibility for this. I will not. I should, but not today. I'm not in the mood. Yeah, guys, cancel culture.
It's okay.
So it's a different topic. Serena's idea, and I'm excited to chat about it.
So really quick,
so
since we
you had a question before I popped in here.
Yeah, can you hear me or is it a delay?
I can hear you.
Is it delayed though? Are you hearing me right now while I'm talking?
You're saying, are you hearing me right now? I'm talking. I mean, I'm hearing you. I wouldn't know if it's delayed or not because I'm hearing it.
I'm pretty sure it's probably a little delayed, but it's okay. Do you want to do? I know we kind of had some technical difficulties in the beginning. Do you want to do headlines or do you want to just
No, just jump in.
Dive into the topic. Okay, perfect. Okay, so first of all, let's talk about what cancel culture is. Okay, so I looked up the definition just to make sure that I am, giving out the right information.
Okay, girl.
And it says it's a modern form of ostracism. Y'all, excuse me right now. I can't really talk too well. Just started a whole process with my teeth. So yes, it's a modern form of ostracism in which someone is thrust out of a social or professional circle. Okay. Now, I'm pretty sure we understand all that. But I want to know, what are the grounds of being canceled? Okay, Tavia, would you like to give us a little insight?
I mean, according to social media and like the news and stuff, it's when you say or have in the past said or done something just that people don't necessarily agree with. That is, I guess maybe for the majority considered like not okay. That everybody just likes, yeah, this is a no. We're going to cancel this person's TV shows. We're going to stop buying their merch. And we will be unfollowing you. And so that's what seems to be cancel culture to me. If you guys have a better or different definition, that's why I see it.
So here's my thing. Like, so the question was, is it accountability or is it toxic? So I went and did some research online and we found there was a survey that went out where they talked about the cancel culture, and then people actually had they put a category. There were different categories that they selected on basically the grounds of why they would cancel somebody. So basically the options were one, accountability, which we've already talked about, censorship of speech or history. You cancel somebody because they have their mean spirits and actions that they're taking are harmful to others. You have people that cancel people that just disagree with everything that they say. You have people who cancel other individuals so that when they're challenged, they're forced to face consequences like being fired or boycotted. Let's see. We have canceling people as a way to call out racism and sexism, and then we have canceling people as far as misrepresentation of people's actions. Now, when I looked at the option for the challenge the people who are canceled to face consequences like being fired or boycott. Technically, cancel culture has been around for a long time, because when our ancestors was boycotting the bus, technically that was them canceling like their whole system in order to get what they wanted at the time. So for that was kind of, I was like, damn, well,
but then there's the reverse of that topic. There's not the topic, but there's a reverse of that answer. Is their jobs were canceling them for standing up for what they believed in, or sitting down or whatever. So people lost their jobs, and that wasn't just our ancestors. It was other people who fought on behalf of our ancestors as well, who lost their jobs because they were like, maybe you shouldn't enslave these people. And they're like, maybe you're fired. So.
So then it's like the whole freedom of speech thing just kind of goes out the window at this point. But it's like, okay, so we had a couple questions in our interactions that we shared on social media, and a few of you actually played along with it. So the first question was, do you what was it, Tavia? Do you cut people off without notice?
Yeah, I'll pull up your little let me see there. I have it on my computer. Yeah. Do you cut people off without notice? And people were asked to answer this using a GIF. So one of them. You know a GIF. Yeah. I know you put I think we kind of put a similar answer, right? Like, I don't do that.
I don't.
Uh-oh.
Okay. I'm a Gemini, okay? So, like, at all times, I'm usually operating, I'm going back and forth with my twins, okay? I have the sweet one who wants to be super diplomatic and wants to be friendly with everybody and wants to make up with everybody. And let's just please just get over this because life is too short. And then I have my twin that's just like, listen, I already didn't talk to you about this once. And since you're not going to treat me the way I feel like I need to be treated, I'm just going to cancel you out of my life. Like, I'm not going to have a conversation with you because I see that this is not going to go anywhere. So that's usually how I respond. But I think nowadays, I try. I'm not going to go back and forth and give you multiple chances if I know that you're not in the mindset to really take what it is that I'm trying to say. For example, if you are dealing with somebody that has a closed mindset that thinks that they're right all the time and they got all the answers, those type of people, you can't really keep giving chances because no matter what, their mind is already set. They're not going to change. Their thought process is not changing, hasn't changed their whole life. They're just going to be like that. I feel like in those type of situations, you can cancel somebody like out of your life. I mean, not cancel somebody, wrong term. You can what did we say in the question? Was it blocking them?
Do you cut people off without
cut people? You can cut them off. You can cut them off. But I think everybody deserves a chance. I'm always going to give a chance first.
Okay, but that's without notice though. So do you or do you not cut people off without notice? It's a yes or no.
It depends. It depends for me. Okay.
Well, you said, well, I'm a Gemini, so but let's also remember I am also a Gemini. Okay, but Diamond has expressed to me that there's a difference. Our mutual friend Diamond has expressed to me that there's a difference between May Geminis, which you are, and June Geminis, which I am.
Absolutely.
So I don't know what the difference is between the two Geminis. I have no clue because the reason I know about astrology is because of Diamond. So she didn't tell me. I don't remember her telling me the details. But yeah. So I don't do that. I don't cut people off without like notice. If you think I cut you out without notice, I was going through something and I just like needed some time to myself or something like that. But I didn't cut you off. You could have called me and I would answer the phone. But like sometimes when I'm going through stuff, I just need like a second and I come back in. And all my close friends, we don't like, all of us don't talk like every day or every week or something.
Right.
So it's not, if you think because I didn't call you in like a week or 2 weeks or something or text you and you think I cut you off, then like, you don't really know me. But no, I don't cut people off. I don't know if I've ever been cut off because like I said, I don't be calling people like all the time like that. So maybe somebody cut me off and I didn't notice. But like I feel like it would be like, dang.
Yeah.
You know what? I think somebody has cut me off once before. And it was I'm not gonna go into it, but I didn't do nothing. I didn't do nothing. I just was being my normal self, okay?
Well, I think as a child, like probably in high school, when my emotions were very undeveloped and I really didn't know how to control them, I probably was cutting people off without notice. But now as I'm able to like understand people in general, like people don't be knowing. And you be thinking that people know and they really don't know. They don't and you got to remember perspective is everything. Like some people in their minds, something that's bothering you may not bother them. So you may be offended by it and they ready to cut you off until you just like, Well, I just thought this was normal. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's why like communication is like the biggest thing. So Miss Tanya, our MVSE,
Mm-hmm.
says, our other best friend. She says, I feel like as adults we should be able to talk it out before people get cut off. And I totally agree with that. I think it seems like we don't have enough patience with each other. And with this whole cancel culture thing, like for example, I know Justin Timberlake has been one that's been out, like, floating around lately, and people were upset about the whole situation, how he treated Britney Spears and whatnot. And recently he's been trying to clean up his mess. Like he's been going back and trying to show support and, be a better person or change the narrative. And some people are still like, nah, period, you done. It don't matter what you try to do now. You already messed up and we done with you. The hell with you. It's like, why are we so quick to throw each other away? But if the shoe was on the other foot and you were the one that was in the hot seat, you want everybody else to give you a chance and to be patient with you, but you won't do it to other people. So it's kind of like, I feel like cancel culture is becoming very toxic to our community.
Yeah, no, I think it's definitely, in that way it's toxic. I mean, some people sometimes might need to be like let go from certain situations because it's just like they're not there maturity wise yet to be there. So maybe you're just like canceled for now. Like remember when Roseanne said something about calling people some monkeys or something? She had said I can't remember. She had said some type of racist something, and she said she had took her sleeping pills, and then that's how it happened. Something like that. But do you know what they did? They were rebooting the new Roseanne, and they took Roseanne out of Roseanne.
So that's why Roseanne switched up like that.
Yeah, she said something. She said something racist, and it was in real time. It wasn't like in Kevin Hart's situation where they had found a tweet from like 10 years before and where he said the F word, and then yeah. But yeah, no, I think sometimes if you're not, it was just like, right, I don't know, maybe she just wasn't ready. I don't know. I'm not saying it was right. I don't know all the details, but let's go to the next question because I don't know. I feel like I'm just digging this hole here.
Complicated.
So you wrote, how do you deal with conflict? That was our second question. And I put, let's see before we jump in, since Tanya said something. People cancel people off of things that happened 20 years ago. Cancel people for what is happening now. People grow and change and may not be the same people they were back then.
So should we be canceling them? Okay, so I know you said cancel them for now. Should we what is canceling doing? Like, I guess in my mind, I'm thinking, okay, if we cancel somebody, how does that help them?
I got one for you. Ahmaud Arbery was the runner who was shot, murdered by off-duty police officer or an ex-police officer and his son. So I recently read that police officer his gun had been taken away several times from him. He had been put on desk duty right before this. He wasn't allowed to have a gun at all. And he had to go to different classes. He was like mandated by the police people to go to different classes for issues that he was having several different times. And they just kept giving him chances and chances and chances. And then what happens? We have a person just jogging down the street. He thinks it's suspicious and just shoots him. So, I mean, they gave him chances. He clearly did some things wrong. They gave him several chances. But this is what happens. Like, sometimes people need to be canceled for their own safety because for now, this man is in jail. And that's not safe for nobody. Anybody. So, I mean, I think for his own safety, had they said, you know what, I don't think this is the right job for you a long time ago.
Right.
Oh, bye, Tanya. She said, Tim said she has to get back to vacation.
I saw it.
Enjoy Jamaica, sis. I don't think it's the right time for you to be a police officer. Maybe circle back. You could
Yeah.
cancel
Yeah.
cancel this
And
guy's plane.
yeah. And that type of situation, I totally agree. Something like that to where at you're causing much harm to others and possibly yourself absolutely needs to be canceled. Now, what about, and I know y'all gonna feel the type of way with this one. What about R. Kelly? Because in my mind, it's like I feel like the culture threw him away.
Not everybody. I know you
Canceling
did it.
someone and no. Canceling someone and throwing them away to just, okay, we're done with you. I feel like sometimes it causes more harm or makes the person even worse. It's like, don't get me wrong, hold him accountable for his actions, but he needs help. Like, you know what I'm saying? Those type of situations, you need help. Like, some people don't know that, and don't get me wrong, I'm not talking about this particular situation, but sometimes people don't know when they're wrong. If your reality has been a certain way your whole life, and then you step out into the real world, and then everybody's like, hell no, like we don't do that. Like, what's wrong with you? In your mind, you're like, well, what the hell? What's going on? Like, this is my norm. Like, sometimes people don't know. And then when they have people around them that are encouraging the same behavior, it's hard for you mentally to realize that this is something that you probably should not be doing. Just like being on drugs. If you ride a bunch of crackheads and you smoking crack, you ride a whole bunch of crackheads, you gonna see crack as normal. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're not gonna realize that you have an issue until someone else on the outside that's not smoking crack is like, listen, you ain't bathed in like 5 weeks. Like, your teeth falling out. Have you looked at yourself in the mirror? Do you know that you are like, you know what I'm saying? So sometimes I feel like we need to offer more help to people before we cancel them. And the situation with the officer, he had multiple chances where they should have got his ass out of there a long time ago. But it seems like nowadays it's like soon as someone does something, we done. That's it. You done. The culture we're not messing with you. And we didn't even give them a chance to correct themselves or maybe teach them the right way to do something.
I mean, I hope somebody would have said something to R. Kelly after all the court cases and the jail time and the
Exactly.
parents who told him, hey, we want our kids back, But whatever. If you want to
Right.
listen to R. Kelly music and give him those royalties, and that's your business, okay? That's you do what you
Right.
do. I think, yeah, I totally agree with you that we definitely have to give people chances. We kind of skipped over a question, so we might as well just go to that one, and we'll come back to that conflict question. But we did that question that says, should friends and family get more chances, or should they just know already? So we're talking about, it sounds like we both agree, like, folks should get chances, like, stop canceling people for just one mistake, right? And give them
Right.
an opportunity to kind of like, oh, what I meant to say in that tweet was,
Really quick though, to go back, because I did want to answer that question, and it was, how do you deal with conflict? Which I
okay.
feel like that kind of leads to the cancellation. How we deal with the conflict, it leads to us canceling people.
Okay.
I think we need to start taking more time to think about what took place, because a lot of times perspective is one of them. Like I said earlier, I may say something that's, to me it's nothing, but to you it's very, disrespectful or it's offensive and whatnot. And you need to sit and kind of dissect what took place. Like, okay, am I tripping first? Am I offended because this is a part of me that I don't I'm completely not settled with, and that's why I'm irritated, because I feel like a lot of times that is what sets people off too.
That's so true.
Someone will tell you something that you are. For example, people used to tell me growing up all the time, like, girl, you talk a lot, Rena. Oh, you cute, sparkling over there. But people used to tell me all the time, like, oh, you talk a lot. And I used to get upset, like, because I guess for me, it was always looked at as a negative thing, like, you talk too much. But then now that I'm an adult and I'm wanting to show with you, I teach full time for a huge company. Like now I know why I talk so much. God gave me a lot to say because I have a lot to give to other people. So, but I used to get so mad when people would say that to me. But it's like, nigga, you talk a lot. What's wrong with that? Like, this is who you are. What's your
This is
problem?
me.
So I feel like that's part of it. You need to check yourself first and see, why am I offended by this? Is it something personal that got going on with me, or is it that this person was actually directing something towards me? Then you need to think about that person's intentions. Well, is this how they talk? Study them. Look at how they talk every day. Sometimes my face is screwed up when I'm saying something. And to me, this is just how I talk. To somebody else, they like, you got a problem? Like, you got an attitude?
You trying to
You
fight,
want to fight me? Like, you know what I
Just
mean?
say it.
And in my mind, I'm like, no, like, I'm sorry, I didn't know my face was making faces. Like, you know what I'm saying? So taking those steps and get quiet for a second. Like, I used to be very quick to respond, and sometimes I still am, but I feel like I'm definitely better than I used to. I used to be very quick to respond. As soon as somebody says something, I'm ready. But 9 times out of 10, I haven't even really listened to the majority of what they said. I heard the first like 5 things, and that ticked me off. And I didn't even fully listen to what it was that they said. So now it's a misinterpretation of what they said, or a miscommunication of what they said. And I'm
You're like,
offended when I
I
wasn't even really
heard
listening.
enough. I heard
Exactly.
enough.
You offended, but you didn't even let the person finish what they were saying. So I think just being quiet and just trying it on a little bit and see, like, okay, where could they be coming from? What else could they mean before you're getting upset? So love is holistic. She asked a question. She said, but do we help those that are too much for us? Oh, how do we help those that are too much for us? Listen, that's a great question. I think they need to be redirected to somebody else or something else that can help them, because I had a bad habit of trying to fix everybody. Some people just not gonna get it, and that's okay.
Girl.
But you taking on all of their energy is gonna stress you out even more. You know what I'm saying? So with those type of situations, you gotta pick and choose. Oh, thank you, King Martin. We appreciate it. He said black girl magic. He put a black brown box
And
and
I
put
love
girl
what you're
magic.
doing over there. Not with the comment, with your life. I see you. Yeah, so the whole how do you deal with conflict? I definitely agree with you. Look into yourself first. Like, what is going on with you? Like, are you doing, is it something that's triggering you? Because I think I've definitely been there. And it's like, oh, that triggered me because of something happened in the past. I'm actually not really mad about you saying that. I'm just mad about that happening. And I'm like, it's on you now. So it's like, oh, my bad,
Right.
y'all. And that, my bad.
It's you now.
It's just like it just comes with maturity, I guess. And then for me with dealing with conflict, I like those past tense right now. Like an issue with kind of like when it happens, like I'm like, let's deal with this. Like I can't have this on my heart. Like I can't have it. But I've learned that other people take some time to deal with things, and that's okay too.
Yep.
And I've realized when I give myself that time, I usually am like, it's probably not that bad. Or I can like kind of like you said, work through my feelings, articulate it better. And so you see a crazy tweet from a celebrity or something, you see a story from one of your friends that seems like anti, whatever your activism is, before you just like, get to be like what do they call it? Like a social media gangster or whatever, like messaging them like, maybe I should sit on this maybe I should sit on this for a minute before I just like jump into it, because usually I'm head first. Like I really do not mind conflict. Like, not that I'm like looking for it. I'm not looking for it, but I'm not like people, people are like, I hate conflict. Like I do anything to avoid it. Like I don't mind it, because I see it as like a way. It's just like sometimes you have to get through that to get to like the other side.
It's a form of communication.
I'm not conflict like I'm ready to like fight someone, but I'm saying I'm not just expecting like if everyone to agree with me. I'm open to like, well, let's talk about it. Like it's
Mm-hmm.
having that back and forth, it might be considered conflict to people, like their whatever their level of like tolerance of it is. And I'm like, cool, a little conflict never hurt nobody. Like I love to learn what you have to say.
I feel like there's healthy debates.
You said it's healthy too. Yeah,
Healthy
yeah, yeah,
debates.
definitely. I mean, it can go left.
Yeah.
It can go left. But I'm saying, for the most part, I'm just like, okay, well, let's talk about it then, because it might help me out.
And you know what? Honestly, I feel like all of these people that's so focused in this damn cancel culture, 90% of y'all need to go find some business, okay? Cancel yourself for the stuff that you say, okay, that you're not supposed to say. Cancel yourself for the actions that you take that you're not supposed to take. See, people got all this time to sit on social media to talk about who should be canceled and who should not be canceled. Go mind your business, okay? And figure out what you need to cancel with your own life instead of worrying about these damn celebrities that you ain't never gonna meet.
You might meet them, but still.
Okay, you might, but still, they not. Come on now. Like, focus on yourself. People got too much time. Like, when I tell you with social media, I'm on it because I have to, but like, I'm always so behind. So when I hear these things, like, as I was talking to Sherelle that day about cancel culture, she's like, "You don't remember when Monique got canceled?" I said, "When the hell Monique got canceled?"
Did they cancel about the bonnets?
People. Yeah, I didn't know.
I didn't know we canceled.
I said, listen. I said, y'all got too much time because I can't keep up with all these stories.
No, I heard about it because like same way, like someone told me about it, but it was in the real time when it was happening.
Yeah, I heard she like took a picture of someone in the airport that had a bonnet on and was like, "Don't come outside like this," or something like that. Now that was not cool, because maybe what you could have done is maybe walked up to her and asked her, how her hair was, or take the bonnet off. Maybe help her. There's so many other things you could have did instead of exploiting her on the freaking internet. And she probably likes you. Now, don't get me wrong. I hate bonnets outside. Can't stand them. Okay? And I said what I said. Cancel me if you want. But I just feel like bonnets outside, they're made for you to sleep. Okay? Like, comb your hair. But I'm not about to take a picture of somebody and put them on the internet and exploit them like that. Like, and you holding that type of position in our society as an influencer, you should not have done that. Now, if we can make her sit in the corner for a second, then that's different. But like,
it's a temporary cancellation that we just need a moment away from you, and you need a moment to think about your actions.
Think about what you did. That's okay.
All right. Cool. So what do you?
And it's so funny because at the same time that we was having that conversation, my mom texted me and was like, "I don't understand." She was like, "I don't understand why people keep wearing bonnets in public." She was so upset. She was like, "I'm in the airport and I'm just irritated right now."
I was at the airport a couple of times this month and definitely seen quite a few bonnets. But, I don't think they look good, but I understand. Like, at nighttime, right? You wear your bonnet because, like, if you want me to look good in the morning, I'm gonna need to wear this bonnet to sleep. And so they're probably thinking, like, if you want me to look good on this vacation when we get to this place, I'm gonna have to wear this bonnet right now. But I don't wear bonnets outside the house. But I'm saying I understand like why they put on the bonnet. I get it.
Well, just a tip for anybody, if you're wearing a bonnet outside and you're trying to protect your hair, let's say like your hair is straight and you have it wrapped up underneath and you got a scarf on in the bonnet. Mm-hmm. Technically, you're causing yourself more harm because you got body temperature that's coming from your scalp. You got it tied down with a scarf and then you put a bonnet on top of it and then you go outside in these hot temperatures. You're forcing your roots to actually sweat out underneath all of that, which is actually causing your wrap to not last as long. Your scalp needs to breathe. It needs air. It needs the wind to blow back and forth. So that's one thing that anyone that is wearing it for those reasons can kind of take into consideration. You're actually kind of going backwards, If
you're a natural girl, you might have your twist out under there and you ain't caring about no sweat.
That's true. But even with that, you have bed hair. Now it's kind of, how bonnets kind of mush everything together. Mm. If you got a twist out, you need it to be flat when you take it out. Because if you got a piece end that's sticking up, you gotta wait for it to fall.
Let me tell you this. When I wear my highly textured bonnet, I don't ever have any problems with my hair bending the wrong way.
Okay,
Okay,
segue.
I just want to throw that out there. Okay, so I mean, now that we have went all the way left talking about bonnets. What do you think? Should your friends and family get more chances, or should they just know? Did they about the so something happens? Should you already know? Like, you cancel, I'm done. I don't care if you're blood. I don't care if we're besties. Like, you should know. Or, all right,
I,
sis, I'm gonna give you another chance. Don't do that again.
I think it depends on the situation. I think first you should always give the chances and give, those opportunities for growth. But if this is who this person is, and this may be another topic, it's like beating down a brick wall. You have to know where you stand with certain people when it comes to family. If this is someone who has an open mind, who is willing to make the change, of course you give them chances. They're not going to change overnight. They might get a little bit better, then they do it again, then they last a little bit longer without doing it again. Then eventually it fades away. But if this is someone who is set on their mindset and who they are, and they're not willing to change, I don't think those people should get chances. I think you should, in return, know redefine the relationship and know where to place them if you're going to keep them in your life. I have a few family members that I have to do that with now. I keep trying to, get them to see certain things or get them to have a certain relationship, and I'm realizing this is never going to happen because this is not who this person is. So I can either do one or two things. Now that I'm aware of who this person is, I can either not deal with it, because I do still have a choice on who I would like to have in my space, or I know what I can and cannot talk to you about. I know that we have to have surface conversations. I know that it has to be, hey, how you doing? How's the baby? Everything good? You want a sandwich? You want something to drink? All right, I'm see you at the next reunion. Okay, love you. It doesn't go any further than that because I know the type of person that I'm dealing with. There's no point of me continuing to. You keep trying and you get the same result. It's not gonna. It's not gonna change.
Girl, I've had my share of those. And I don't even think I need to answer that question, because yes, yes, and yes. Yeah, like, yes, you get chances, but like, my policy is like, I have either I give you a chance, right? And if I realize, but maybe I don't cancel you because I'm not really one to do that. But if I know that I'm not going to see you often or be around you often and you acting crazy, I might just let you act crazy. And I just be like, it's not even worth my energy.
Love you
It's not
from a
worth my energy.
distance.
Like, we're still family. We're still friends, whatever. Like, but like, if I see you, once a year, then and not because I'm trying to see you once a year, but just because that is kind of just how we just link up, end up like, you sometimes act crazy, then you just sometimes act crazy. And I just don't always have the energy to, like, especially when people don't seem to care. Like, and so I just be like, we have had those conversations of, and that was another topic, another episode we talked about, people saying, this is how I grew up, this is who I am. Those type of people. Okay, well, I don't dislike or every piece of you, and I realize I don't have to like every piece of you either. And so if that piece you're holding on to, and you just want that piece, and I think it's a mess. But if you want it, then you just want it, because that's it. I'm not even gonna try to explain to you why it's a mess. So, and I know that's probably not like the nicest thing, because like, when I love people and really care and I'm investing in people, I do try to like talk to them and I want them to like talk to me about it. But those people that don't see me often are not going to spoil their one time of seeing me and us with like, Tavia, you know what? I really don't like when like, maybe they're just like, maybe she just does that sometimes and I just don't like it, but I'll see her in 5 years, So
now I will say that I will remove myself if I'm feeling uncomfortable and I feel like I cannot be Serina. I, in the past, used to just sit there and just be quiet and just to say that I'm around. At 30 years, I'm not doing that no more. We're just not going to have
she's 30 now.
family or not, it's not about to happen. Like,
Yeah.
I can no longer like sit and be fake, but especially with family, and that's the part that sucks.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm
It's
saying.
like,
It's your
this is
family. You're gonna see them
bizarre
when you see
that,
them
but
sometimes. Sometimes
exactly.
not.
If I can't be Rena around you, and I'm saying Rena for a reason, because I'm Rena when I'm with my family, like, I'm not about to, especially like you said, if I don't see you every day, what's the point? I'm not about to try to do it. I have family that I'm doing that with right now. I'm just going to remove myself. Or if every time I come
She
around,
don't
it's an
want to have
issue.
to be
Or
Serena Renee every
uh,
time she sees you.
that's what I'm saying. I just, it's not even that. It's just some people, it goes back to that last episode, like you said, when it's like, well, this is how I was raised. Because sometimes you have elders who are raised to, not sometimes, a lot of us, our parents' generation was the don't ask any questions type of generation.
Mm.
Like, you do what I say and you don't say nothing else. You know what I'm saying? But for us, I feel like we've showed our parents or whoever that there's a way for you to respectfully disagree with your elders. You don't have, just because they're your elder doesn't mean that everything that they say is an actual fact or it's right. It's not. So for me, like, I can't just, if I can't talk, and that's a big thing for me, because growing up I felt like I was not allowed to, like, I was silenced a lot. It was be quiet or shut up, so I lost my voice for a second. At this point, if I can't talk and say what it is that I need to say, that's detrimental to me. That's causing harm to myself, because I'm not being who I truly am. Family or not, I'm not about to be around you.
Period.
Like,
She
I'm
said
not.
it. So I want to say that it looks like the cancel culture is canceled. I
I
mean,
think
at
we
least over
should.
here.
I think we need to be
As
a
for
little bit more
me
patient with each
and my
other.
house, okay. Like, I feel like that's something my Christian parents, grandparents
Hmm.
might say. I do want to just jump really quick and to say this comment from my Christian parent who says, "Isn't the moisture from the bonnet good for your hair when you sleep? You know, if you're natural."
If you're natural, yeah. I was talking about if you were
Boom.
wearing a silk dress.
That's for you, boo.
Who was
Okay.
that? Your mom?
Yes.
I knew
That's for my
it.
mom. She
Oh
loves
shoot!
her Serena Renee hair advice.
Listen,
So Serena did just disappear from Facebook and YouTube, but I hope you guys can still hear her. She came up with another idea that we add this extra segment. Did you want to start that today?
I kind of forgot to, get that part, but I do see somebody on here that we could shout out, Botanist Bit. Okay, our other best friend, she just uploaded some really new dope moss art on her page, and we are crushing on her this week. So that she could be our first one. Botanist BOTANIST .bit.
Okay, well that's dope. That's great. Good, congratulations. So I definitely misinterpreted what the assignment was. Um, I'm just gonna do
Oh,
it, okay? I'm just gonna do it, guys. I'm gonna do what
okay.
I'm interpret the assignment as, and this is why
So,
healthy, strong communication is important between people because I was just like, I read it, I said, okay, cool, I can do that. I'm here for that. And then Serena just did something completely different than what I interpreted as. So what I thought we were doing is like,
I might have messed it up.
look, I thought we were doing like, you guys watch YouTube, and I love those YouTube videos where it's like April's favorite things, my favorite things in November. And I love those. And I love to watch what people are using. And so I was like, that's what we're doing. We're doing like a favorite things. And so I wrote my favorite things down. And so I'm going to do it anyways because I wrote them down. And I thought we were doing 3. So it's really quick.
Please, because we are. Go ahead, take it away. Hey, Les Glam. Hey, Design FX. What's poppin'?
What's popping? So we in my house, my husband and I have been using this it's fresh face wash. It's what the brand is Fresh, and it's a face wash, and I left it in the shower, but it's really, really good. And they only have like one face wash, comes in a white bottle. Change your life. It's a soy-based face wash, right? Things I'm loving. I wrote 3. The second thing is clip-ins. Like, what changed my life? I be feeling so cute. So I wrote that down. And my last one is boneless chicken wings. I don't know why I didn't know that those were good and never tried them. Like people used to eat them in high school, and I'd be when we go to BW3s,
What?
and I would be like, boneless? No, I need my bone and my chicken. Like, what is a boneless chicken wing? And I finally had a boneless chicken wing, I want to say in the last year, and I am
Wait.
obsessed. I think they're so good, and I try to eat them at least once a month now. So those are the things I'm living now.
Tavia, you mean to tell me that this entire time that we've been friends and all the trips to B-Dubs that we have taken, you never had boneless
I
wings?
never had a boneless wing. Even remember when there was 10-cent wings and 10 cents for wings? I would always get the regular wings. I did not know. The boneless wings didn't make any sense to me. I didn't know that they were that good. Like, I was like, whoa. When I ate it, so I get the hot ones, like anything like buffalo, like super hot, whatever, from the pizza places now. All I want is a salad. I have been eating, I'm not gonna lie to you guys, a salad and a side order of boneless wings, like almost 3 times this month already. Well, no, last month. This month I would have, but I just wasn't in town to do that. But last month I ate that 3 times. And I definitely had boneless wings at least 1 time this month and a side salad. And I was like, man, like, I don't know. I know this is probably like super normal to you guys, but boneless wings, if you have not tried boneless wings yet, I know I'm not the only one. So good, girl. It's so good.
I don't know, sis. I don't know. Unless you vegan, I don't know.
That's crazy. You have boneless wings?
Do that. Of course.
Oh, okay.
I love boneless wings growing up.
I did not know.
It's okay, boo. It's okay. We'll join the club. We happy. We thank you for sharing that with us.
So that's what I thought.
All right, guys.
And I don't know. Me and Serina and I would discuss what we're loving now segment.
No, really that is what it was.
Oh, okay.
It's
okay.
Just I forgot that part, and I just made something up on the spot. But thank you, for sharing that information. Better late than ever, Designs FX says, and I totally agree.
Thanks for your support.
Well, we've been on here for almost 50 minutes now, so I think, we got a little delay going on, but that's normal, here on the live. But thank you guys for joining with us. We will see you again next week. Going to cancel culture.
Bye.
And be a little bit supportive to your friends.
Bye, guys.
Later, y'all.